from Jimmy at Woodstock. Drive me around and go right forward. Shivers down my spinal cord. Oh, 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 oh. 'Cause you got me holding, holding. Even if I lost all my money, the zero runs deep, honey. And I don't need to speak a single word. 'Cause you got me holding, holding. Even if my jokes sound funny, my tongue tied up running. And I don't need to speak a single word. 'Cause you got me holding, holding. The devil's in the detail, lingered inside. Oh, a holy crime. But how can I hide you without an alibi? It's a rebel's fight without an alibi. You took my innocence. I can't wait no longer. I'm playing with the monsters. Everything that brought me alive, going wrong like nonsense. Playing with the monsters. They brought me alive, but got no alibi. It's a rebel's fight without an alibi. You took my innocence without an alibi. I hope it's real. This life comes around. Just keep your faith and search for the fountain. Time is of the essence, the blood running through our core. It's best to not feel sorry when it's over. I will be the greatest that you ever seen before, and I'll stay eternal.
Rodri on the chance! Goal in the final by Rodri! Jude Bellingham will not be coming to Manchester City. We are Premier League champions. City FC are champions. Series based on the World Cup with music videos, football and more. Get your official City FC merchandise. Join us as we explore historic Europe and football. Hello, welcome back to the We Are City channel. We are back here on the channel with the live streams. I returned on Wednesday just in time for Manchester City versus Manchester United, or plenty of time, you could say 3 or 4 days. The Manchester derby, not a bad way to return. Our last time we did one of these commentaries was when Manchester City played Sevilla in the UEFA Super Cup final. I have come back for the Manchester derby. Not a bad way to return at all, is it? City versus United. Big one here in Manchester at Old Trafford. City away from home, a place where City lost 2-1 last season due to, I think, some dodgy refereeing. I think some of you guys would agree, some pretty dodgy refereeing. But at home, Erling Haaland with a hat-trick, Manchester City with a 6-3 win over Manchester United. This is City's starting 11 for the Manchester derby, starting in goal with Ederson, a back four of captain Kyle Walker. John Stones now back and fully fit from injury. Ruben Diaz and new signing Joško Vardiol. Into the midfield three, it is Bernardo Silva, the colossus that is Rodri, and in front, Julian Alvarez. And then Pep Guardiola has had a dilemma in his mind, I suppose, over the week. Does he start Grealish or Doku on the left-hand side? Well, it's Jack Grealish, England international, giving the nod ahead of Jeremy Doku. Foden on the right, Haaland through the middle. On the Manchester City bench today, they have Stefan Ortega, Calvin Phillips, Nathan Ake, Mateo Kovacic, Jeremy Doku, Sergio Gomez, Mateus Nunes, Oscar Bob, and Rico Lewis. That is the City side. The United side is on the screen there in small, but we'll put it up nice and big alongside the City side so you can see it head to head. Manchester United start with Andre Onana in goal. A back four. At right back starts Victor Lindelof out of position. In the defence, it is a partnership of Harry Maguire back in the United side and Johnny Evans, who starts his first game for Manchester United against Manchester City since Manchester City's 6-1 win at Old Trafford back in 2011, where Johnny Evans was sent off in that game. Evans starts today. Diogo Dalot out of position at left back. Onto the midfield three, it's Sofian Amrabat on loan from Fiorentina, Christian Eriksen and Scott McTominay, who has been getting the goals from midfield for Manchester United. On the left, Marcus Rashford. On the right, captain Bruno Fernandes. And through the middle, the BTEC Erling Haaland, it is Rasmus Højlund. This is your Manchester United side up against Manchester City today. Strong United side with some big changes in there from the usual starting 11. Obviously, Aaron Wan-Bissaka is missing. Luke Shaw, Tariq Malacia also missing. And Sergio Reguilon, who they brought in. So 3 left-backs missing for Manchester United. No Varane, no Martinez. Their backline is completely been decimated. Onto the midfield, they're missing Casemiro. And they may be missing a few others as well. Anthony, maybe on the right-hand side. I don't exactly know. But United, not their fully strength 11. City, of course, missing Kevin De Bruyne. And City could be on the back of some dodgy decisions today from Manchester United. That is one thing to certainly look out for. Come on, City, says Joe Hamilton in the comments. He's predicted a 3-1 win. Mixed FM, he's saying Haaland's going to score first, is he? Let us know your predictions in the comments below. Haaland is so far level with Foden and Alvarez. Who to score first? No votes for Marcus Rashford. That's what we like to see. No votes for Marcus Rashford. And apparently Johnny Evans, bit of a story about it here. Johnny Evans nearly signed for Manchester City in 2017. It was a similar situation to Alexis Sanchez, says Sam Lee of The Athletic. He signed a City contract because he was on international duty, but the move depended on Mangala leaving, which he didn't. Well, thank God that didn't happen. We wouldn't want Johnny Evans at Manchester City, would we? And he's back at United now, playing for them. I hope that you guys don't have too much buffering today. For some reason, I feel like it is buffering. I might be completely wrong and it's not. Let us know in the comments if it is buffering or if things are working smoothly for you. I hope so. Things are going smoothly. We're around just over 5 minutes away from kickoff now for Manchester City against Manchester United. I mean, this is going to be some real exciting game, isn't it? Real exciting game in the derby. Manchester United not in the best of form, but I suppose Manchester City, they've had a rocky start as well, losing to Newcastle, losing to Wolves, losing a few games in a row. It's frustrating for City, but they seem to be back to it now. And we'll see what happens. And if Manchester City can win the derby at Old Trafford, like they couldn't last time. When they run, they're unstoppable, says Pep Guardiola about this Manchester United side and his pre-match conference and interview. He said that he started Jack Grealish over Jeremy Doku. Why? He says he wakes up and thinks, we'll start Grealish. Different styles are both important. We need Grealish back. He plays so good. He's got lots of pace in Switzerland. And so we decided on Jack Grealish. So we'll have to see how that works. It's Jack Grealish's 100th appearance for Manchester City this afternoon. How time flies. You wouldn't believe that he'd played so much, would you, for Manchester City. Hopefully we can get quite a few of you in the comments in the live stream here today. At the moment, someone has voted for Marcus Rashford, maybe. Well done, maybe a United fan that's going to Marcus Rashford will score first. Let us know in the comments down below. Let us know in the live chat who you think will score first and so on. Will it be Haaland, Rashford, Foden, Alvarez, someone else maybe? Andre Onana, Edison, I don't know. You can let us know whoever you think will score. And also, don't forget to put your predictions in the live chat as well. Do not forget to put your predictions in. I'd love to see what you guys think the score is going to be today. I am going to go with a 2-0 Manchester City win. I think City can keep United quiet. Stones, Diaz, Vardy and Walker all strong. Rodri in there as well for City, which usually means a win in the end. We'll have to see. And let us know if there's any buffering today, because on my playback screen here, I have live on YouTube, lots and lots of buffering, but my actual streaming system says no buffering. Everything is working completely fine. So you guys let us know in the live chat as well if you experience any buffering. It would be nice to know. I need to know, really, so I know if I need to change anything. We are just over 5 minutes away from kickoff at Old Trafford. The teams are out with kickoff now, moments away. Come on, Manchester City. This is an absolutely massive game. In the tunnel, ready to take on United. I mean, this is going to be so good, isn't it? Great to see. Great to see a derby again. And hopefully, just this time, the game is decided by good football, by impressive football and good moments, rather than the referees making the mistakes. That's what cost us last time. And it was really frustrating. I mean, if United beat City fair and square, it's frustrating. It's hard to take. But that's fine. You can accept it. You think, you know what? United are the better side. We'll have to see. But when that isn't the case and the referees get involved, it is pretty upsetting, isn't it, really? That's when you get really frustrated. It just doesn't seem right, does it? So, here we go. A roar around Old Trafford. Jack Wilson says, hello. I'm going to go for a 3-1 City win. So Jack Wilson predicting a big Manchester City win today. I hope you're correct, Jack. I said 2-0. There's going to be a moment of silence to remember the late Bobby Charlton as they come out into the field here. Andrew's gone for a 3-1 as well. So I returned on Thursday or Wednesday. Thursday in time to get back to live streams. We'll be back. We'll be doing live streams on all the Manchester City away games. Once again, don't you guys worry. That is exactly what we'll be doing. Edison in the bright yellow kit today. Manchester City, of course, in the classic sky blue. Manchester United in the red. As the players warm up here and jump in the lineups, we'll run through the teams again once more. Starting with the home side, Manchester United's team. Eric Ten Hag starts with Andre Onana, the Cameroonian, in goal. He will disappear for the African Cup of Nations pretty soon. It is Dalot, Maguire, Evans and Victor Lindelof for the back four. It says Dalot on the right back on Sky Sports. I expect Dalot at left back and Lindelof at right back. Sofian Amrabat starts in the midfield, who's not been too impressive since his move from Fiorentina. Fernandes, Eriksen, McTominay and Rashford in behind. The main man up top, the new striker, Rasmus Højlund. He is going to have a lot of pressure on him. Marcus Rashford, who's not started the season at all yet, but I won't put it past him scoring a goal today, Marcus Rashford. That just seems to be something he does, doesn't it? Score against Manchester City. On the bench, the likes of Mason Mount, who's a forgotten man at the moment, isn't he? Anthony Martial, Sergio Reguilon, he's on the bench. Garnacho and some others. Attacking options for Manchester United. Asa Pep Guardiola's Manchester City. Starting 11 on your screen. Edison starts in goal. Back in after Stefan Ortega stepped in for a tired player. A back three of Walker, Diaz and Vardiol, it says here on Sky Sports. The three there. I think they think Rodri and Stones are going to start in a midfield too, aren't they? It has gone with Rodri and Stones alongside each other in the midfield too. And then a four in front of that. Phil Foden on the right. Alvarez and Bernardo Silva for the middle. Jack Grealish on the left. And up top, the big man, Erling Haaland. Let's hope he can get a goal at Old Trafford. He didn't get that one last year, but I'd love to see Erling Haaland celebrating in front of the Old Trafford fans. Phillips on the bench. Ake, Kovacic, Doku, Sergio Gomez, Mateusz Nunes, and also Oscar Bob and Rico Lewis of Manchester City. Stood at the sidelines, the likes of Mike Summerby, Brian Kidd and so on. You know, historic players for Manchester City, Manchester United. Brian Kidd, who was also a trainer and an assistant coach at Manchester City for quite a long while. As they hold a minute's silence for the late Bobby Charlton, who is a very famous player in Manchester United's history. I mean, someone you can be respected. Born in 1937, wow. He certainly had a good life, didn't he, Bobby Charlton? And he survived, I might be wrong here, but I'm pretty sure Bobby Charlton survived the Munich air disaster. So, you know, what a horrific thing to be part of. To be part of that, to see that, and then to carry on your footballing career, to carry on your life, and you know, that is pretty impressive, isn't it? And even as a City fan, you can respect someone achieving so much in their life. So well done to Bobby Charlton. My wife is a bit dodgy, so I might be on off the stream. This is Jack Wilson. No worries, Jack. I hope the stream isn't buffering. Sometimes it looks like it's buffering at my end, but I might be wrong. It might just be YouTube having a bit of a funny do. MK said it's great to have you back. Have you had a fantastic holiday? Fantastic. Honestly, 2 months. We'll be putting some videos up and so on the channel. I've got to get the FC24 stuff sorted first, because you guys have been begging for FC24 career mode. So I'm going to get that sorted. Once I do get that sorted, then the vlogs and so from the travels will be going up. Let's hope not a biased ref against Man City. Well, we've seen them quite a few times, haven't we? So we'll have to see. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a biased referee today. I'm not exactly sure who the referee is, but once I see him, we'll either be happy or disappointed. Probably disappointed, because they're all pretty terrible, aren't they? But we'll have to see. A 1 minute applause here at Old Trafford for Bobby Charlton from both respectful Manchester United and Manchester City fans, despite what the media tries to make of one or two idiots. You can't tie everyone with the same brush, can you? So, respect is actually over now, because it's Derby Day. The two sides will face off against each other. City and United. It's great to see them all together here. Brian Kidd and Mike Summerby and so on, walking towards the sidelines. I mean, there's some real classic players, aren't they, coming off the field right now. Dennis Law, apparently. Francis Lee, Mike Summerby. I mean, there's so many historic players. Brian Kidd looks the healthiest, actually, compared to the rest. I think most refs aren't biased. They just aren't very good, says Jack. Yeah, I agree with you there, Jack. I think most of the time it's just incompetence rather than bias. The only problem is sometimes I think they are a little bit... They do swing a little bit one way or the other. Sometimes. Not always. I'm not going to say they're all dodgy, but sometimes I do think... I see here as a decision like the Marcus Rashford goal against City last year, or the Bruno Fernandes goal where Rashford was offside. You just think, surely you can't be that incompetent. This feels a little bit biased, doesn't it? So, at Old Trafford, City versus United. Rasmus Højlund on the centre circle. The treble winners against the historic treble winners. Years ago they did it in 1999. But no more. Manchester City, the treble holders. And we have kick-off here at Old Trafford. Come on, City. Here we go. Blue versus red. City versus United. The bias to Celtic and Rangers is much worse as Wilson. Jack Wilson, yeah. Oh dear. I mean, I'm surprised at some point the Scottish League has never joined the English League and just done a British League. Don't understand why they've never done that. Long ball forward by Onana, giving away to Vardiol, who's passed it into the path of Bruno Fernandes. And goes wide right to Diogo Dalot. Chased down and pressed by Jack Grealish. It is actually Dalot at right back and Lindelof at left back. Onana pressed by Bernardo Silva. Foden pushes up this right-hand side against Lindelof. Nice pass into the midfield to Scott McTominay, who turns and gives it to Haaland. And City are 3-on-3 here at the back. And United got a chance here, actually. Marcus Rashford running at City. Skips past Kyle Walker. Rashford. Back out to Eriksen. Pressed by Jack Grealish into Diogo Dalot. It's a lively start for Manchester United. A swung-in cross by Dalot to the far post to Lindelof, who catches it. Flicks it onto the roof of the net there. But for a moment, it looked like it just might cause a problem for Manchester City. I think it was overhit by Dalot. He's already gone out. But just look for a second there. Lindelof's little flick to keep it in might go in the back of the net. City take the goal kick short to Ederson. And here is the Brazilian. Back out to Diaz. Stones is in midfield for Manchester City again today. Joshko Vardiol. So it's Stones and Diaz in the midfield. Oh, Vardiol fouled here. Referee says no, he's giving it away. Scott McTominay with a chance here. McTominay misses the shot into the hands of Ederson. That's a great chance. Vardiol thought it was fouled. Referee said no. But United probably should have scored there in the first 2 minutes. Rodri put McTominay under pressure and that meant that he couldn't quite catch the shot and he scuffed it into the hands of goalkeeper Ederson. But a real good chance for United there. There's Diaz. Vardiol. Back to Diaz. Rodri. Stones very much in the midfield here. Very much in the midfield here. Here's Rodri. Back he goes to Ruben Diaz. Left to Joshko Vardiol. Vardiol right foot passing to John Stones. Stones has got options here. Good play from Stones. And he goes wide. Left to Bernardo Silva. He's drifting into the space in the wide area, Bernardo. Bernardo back to Vardiol. Back into the centre towards Ruben Diaz. Diaz far right to Kyle Walker. Here's Rodri in the centre for Manchester City. Stones in support, Alvarez and Foden as well. He goes wide right to Phil Foden. Just that guy is here. Hello to you. Welcome to the Manchester Derby on the We Are City channel. Walker. Back towards Ruben Diaz, just on the right of the centre circle. Little 1-2 here, Rodri. Back to Diaz here. He's under pressure on Rasmus Haaland. Goes wide right to Walker, who sends it all the way back confidently to Ederson. Goals scored in the first 15 minutes here this season. Manchester United, Arsenal, Palace, Luton and Sheffield. The only sides not to score within first 15 minutes of a game so far this season. Vardiol. Passes deflected. Given away. Jack Grealish wins it back. Good play from Jack. Under pressure from Fernandes. Flicks off Christian Eriksen. It's a throw into Manchester City. Bruno Fernandes doing the usual spiel. Moaning and moaning and moaning. And he's having a go at Jack Grealish here, who wants a bit of a mouth off with Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes is a little rat. And Grealish should absolutely plant him in the ground. So he needs to keep his mouth shut. Diaz wide to Kyle Walker. Kyle. Back to Diaz. Stones very much in the midfield again today. Alvarez, Rodri, back to Alvarez. Good play by City. Julian under pressure from Sofian Amrabat. Diaz goes back to the goalkeeper Ederson. Under pressure from Rasmus Haaland. Ederson doesn't panic, clips it to Bernardo Silva, who takes it beautifully into the centre to Jack Grealish. Back to Stones. Stones doesn't panic in possession. Fernandes presses him. Back to Diaz and wide right to Kyle Walker now. Here is Kyle. Nice little flick inside away from Rashford. Walker tries to force the ball forward. He flicks into the path of Rasmus Haaland here, who gets his body across. And here's Marcus Rashford, who's got a run at Diaz here with a lot of pace. Rashford. Haaland's joining him now. Rashford in behind to Lindelof. Dealt with by Diaz. Flicks it off Rashford. Lindelof keeps it in. He's offside as a Swede. And it's a free kick to Manchester City. Apologies, says Lindelof to Rashford, who Rashford would have got there. Lindelof came back from an offside position. It's certainly a lively start from Manchester United in these first 5 minutes. Certainly a lively start from Manchester United. Lindelof had just gone into an offside position, drifted off as he got on the end of it. Rashford has not been great at the moment, has he, for Manchester United? He's been very poor for quite a while. I think to the frustration of Manchester United supporters. Seems to go for these purple patches, doesn't it? ClickX Footy says, shout out please, sub to the channel. Well, welcome to the channel. And thank you very much for enjoying the videos. FC24 content starts on Wednesday. 1st of November, first episode. Alvarez pressing. Seems like Bernardo Silva's sort of on the left, actually. Maguire goes back to Onana. Rodri pushing forward, Stones as well. City pressing high. Here's Holland down. Fernandez. Little 1-2 with Scott McTominay. Dalot. No option, so he goes back towards Harry Maguire here. Maguire goes back to base with goalkeeper Andre Onana. United trying to keep a bit of possession here. Evans, Onana. Under pressure here from Alvarez. He goes wide towards Victor Lindelof. United played himself in a bit of danger here. Onana again. Sends it long and headed away by Rodri on his fire. Sofian Amrabat, who flicks it back into the path of Kyle Walker. And City take the pressure off there with a poor pass by Amrabat. Here is Alvarez to Jack Grealish. City unlocking United here. Grealish, the ball out wide to Bernardo Silva. It's a little bit heavy from Jack Grealish, but Bernardo still getting the end of it on this far left-hand channel. Bernardo one-on-one with Diogo Dalot. Bernardo looks to cross it and goes back to Vardiol. Vardiol into Stones here. Alvarez has got space, but Stones can't quite see him. Rodri. Good play from City. Rodri here. Back wide to Bernardo Silva. Haaland in the box here. Bernardo decides against the cross. In towards Rodri. Switch of play by Rodri to the far post to Kyle Walker. He keeps it into Phil Foden with a header. Save! Haaland! Missed the sitter. And United clearing away. How's Haaland not scored there? Lovely ball by Rodri to the far post. Walker with a fantastic header keeps it in. Onto Phil Foden, heads it towards Onana. It's a spectacular save. Then Haaland's got a tap in and he misses it. Oh, Onana just sort of gets it away. He just manages to claw it away Onana after the first save. Haaland should have scored there, I think. Crossing by City, headed away by United. There's a foul in there. 2 United players are down. Harry Maguire is one of them. But you've got to think Haaland's got to score there. Terrible save by Onana, really hit it upwards. Haaland, Onana just gets another hand on it. Haaland should have gone for it a bit more, really. Vardiol forward for City. Rodri heads it towards Alvarez on the chest of Julian. Through to Haaland here. Dealt with by Johnny Evans. Only as far as Phil Foden. United panicking. Back towards Diaz. Come on, City. Joshua Vardiol. To Bernardo out left here. Bernardo. On to Grealish. Jack Grealish into Bernardo Silva. Nice touch by him. He's crowding the box here. United clear it away. Vardiol and Fernandez battling. Fernandez gives Vardiol a bit of a kick on the way through. Bruno Fernandes, of course, moans about it. Vardiol goes back towards Diaz. Good to hear the City fans and the United fans being silent. They are really quite there, aren't they? Yes, the City fans are always loud. The away support for City is absolutely fantastic. The people that follow the team up and down the country. Rodri into Kyle Walker. Good touch by Kyle. Away from Rashford. Back he goes to Rodri. Diaz into Rodri. Rodri. John Stones picks it up. Good play from City so far. Stones into the space for Kyle Walker. Rodri. Walker. Walker back towards Ruben Diaz. Diaz brings it forward for City into Vardiol. Wide left to Bernardo, who's drifted out here helping Grealish out on this side, actually. Vardiol, horrible pass by Vardiol. City about to get hit on the counter here. Rasmus Højlund. Vardiol gets a flick on it. McTominay, good defending by Vardiol, actually. But it's twice Vardiol's give the ball away in silly situations. Grealish tries to win it off Eriksson. Off the hand of Haaland. Referee says no handball. But Joshua Vardiol's got to be careful here. He's made 2 really poor passes at the start of this game. And put City in a strange position twice. Here is Onana. City go back. Well, City have got a weird shape out of possession. We're expecting to see City usually pressing a 4-4-2, but they're not at the moment. It's more of a 4-3-3 diamond in which City press him. It's interesting that they press like that. Here's Stones. Back to Kyle Walker. Walker with the ball in behind towards Phil Foden, who's skipped away from Lindelof with the pace there, Phil Foden. And he tries to take it away from Lindelof. He gives him a little push in the back. And Foden runs it behind for a goal kick, unlucky. He was trying there, Phil Foden. Trying. Not enough. The first touch was heavy and that took it away from him. Lindelof goes back. Onana along with the right foot searching. Straight to Joshua Vardiol. Back he goes to Stones, who's dropped into centre-back now. Stones out to Phil Foden. Here's Phil. Here's Alvarez. Rodri. Switch the play. Great by Rodri to Jack Grealish here. 1-on-1 with Dalot. Grealish against Dalot. Grealish still. Oh, and gives it straight to Manchester United. It's a terrible pass by Grealish. McTominay chased by Vardiol. McTominay, it's Højlund actually. Rashford's at the far post here. He sprinted away from Kyle Walker. Højlund into Eriksson. City nearly caught on the counter there. Terrible from Jack Grealish. Fernandes, Eriksson. McTominay. United have run himself into a bit of a corner. That's really poor from Jack Grealish. Foden gets it away from Fernandes. Great play from Phil Foden. Alvarez against Lindelof. Ball in behind towards Haaland, who wasn't on the same wavelength at all. Dalot. Evans. Bruno Fernandes here. Right, they go towards Evans and back United go to the goalkeeper. Andre Onana taking his time. Evans, City. I've had some moments actually, some good moments here, but they've also wasted some moments as well. United have had the better moments so far. Haaland could have scored. Haaland probably should have scored as well. Here's Victor Lindelof. On the left-hand side of the field here, goes back to Onana. United trying to build something from the back. Onana's forced long end by Phil Foden up towards Rasmus Højlund. Diaz, arms all over Højlund. It's going to be a free kick Manchester United's way. Paul Tierney, the referee it is. Well, don't expect anything from this referee today. Diaz got his arms around Højlund, won the header. Nice and physical from Diaz, but too physical for the referee's liking. Free kick goes Manchester United's way. Paul Tierney officiating. I don't know if he's officiated other Manchester derbies. I'm just glad it's not Stuart Atwell or Anthony Taylor. Eriksson. Forward to Højlund. Bad touch by him. Won by Vardiol. Still falls back out to Dalot here. Not the best of tackles from Joshua Vardiol. Here's Harry Maguire. Touches by the England centre-back. Left-footed pass into Dalot was a good one. Fernandes in space, narrow. Dalot. Bruno Fernandes. Little spin by Fernandes away from Jack Grealish. Back he goes. Back to Maguire. United are forced back by the City press, which is good. Nice City pressing. Grealish goes following Maguire. Pep Guardiola seems to have a clear game plan here. You can see the way City are pressing. It's different to usual. Maguire down to Rodri, back to Rodri, and Phil Foden forward, and Haaland could be in here. Haaland against Onana, he's quick off his line away. But Erling Haaland nearly in one-on-one there. Just a bit too heavy, the pass by Phil Foden, but Haaland was nearly on the end of it. Brilliant pass by Foden. Just too heavy. Haaland just not quite quick enough, and Onana was alive to it, ready to pounce to get on the end of that one, a sweeper keeper that he is. Lovely switch by Edison out to Walker here. Completely breaks the Manchester United press. And Kyle Walker, City's captain, pushes forward now over the halfway line. Wide right to Phil Foden. Alvarez in support. Foden cuts inside here. Back wide to Alvarez. Julian. Alvarez. Could cross it. Decides against it. Into Foden. Back to Rodri. John Stones. Stones. Left towards Grealish. Bernardo Silva in space. Bernardo, can he get it? A cut back here. Bernardo Silva pulls it back towards Johnny Stones. Cleared away. Rodri on the volley. The Spaniard gets it all wrong under pressure from Marcus Rashford, and Rodri sends it over the bar. Great play by City though. Worked it one way and then outnumbered Dalot on the other side. Grealish and Bernardo Silva. Bernardo, the cutback's a little bit too high. A little bit too high. And then they caught out. And then they caught out United, but the flick on from the defender just made it a bit hard for Rodri to hit it. So far, City have had 52% possession, not much more than Manchester United. 5 touches in the opposition box to their 4. 1 shot on target to Manchester United's 1 shot on target. United have had 1 shot all game. Manchester City, 2. City, the better side so far, you'd say. But United have maybe had the better opportunities, despite not getting a shot off or getting that final pass. They've had the better opportunities. Rodri forward to Haaland, taken down by Erling Haaland. Flicks it to the path of Phil Foden. A foul by Sofian Amrabat on the big man. It's a free kick Manchester City here. All smiles from Haaland, and Amrabat didn't think it was a free kick, but it looked like he took out Erling Haaland there. As Haaland tried to work it onto Phil Foden. Advantage played and no advantage came of it. Haaland a hat-trick at the Etihad against Manchester United. I don't mind a hat-trick at Old Trafford today. Kieran, Paul Tierney drops the ball. Rodri takes the free kick and City are underway. Bernardo Silva into Joshua Gvardiol. Wide left to Jack Grealish with Dalot. Grealish. Back to Bernardo. Back into Grealish. Lovely reverse pass into Bernardo Silva. Bernardo looks to cross it. Haaland's coming across the front post. Away by United. Hollian down. Only as far as Grealish. Grealish goes back towards Diaz. Jack Grealish has got an edge to his game as well, which, you know, brings a bit more aggression. He winds the opposition up. Grealish is pretty good at that. Diaz. Walker. Rodri. The pressure on McTominay just turns away from him. So confident, Rodri. Relaxed. Into Gvardiol. And on to Bernardo Silva. Bernardo. Gvardiol. Back to Bernardo. Bernardo Silva happy not to rush things. Goes in towards Ruben Diaz here. City work it along this back line still. Gvardiol. A bit of space for the Croatian here that United are standing off here actually. Gvardiol. Into Grealish and dealt with by Dalot. Tackled. Grealish throws it down towards Joshua Gvardiol. Here is Ruben Diaz. City playing very risky really. It's like a back one of just Diaz on his own. Gvardiol and Walker playing as fullbacks. And City are relying on Rodri to drop into that defensive line to help out Diaz when needed. Grealish, Alvarez. Bad pass and it goes behind for a Manchester United corner. Flicked away by Dalot. But a bad pass. Jack Grealish looks confused here. I don't know what for. He looks at the referee. Corner Manchester City to be taken by Julian Alvarez. Erling Haaland in there. Joshua Gvardiol. Diaz, Stones, Rodri. Big boys in there for Manchester City now. Some big physical forces that we perhaps don't have in the past. Andre Onana with a little push on Haaland. So Haaland goes and stands on top of the goalkeeper again. City play it short. Here's Grealish. Is he going to cross it here, Grealish? Grealish. Grealish swings one in here to the far post. Good save by Onana. No City player really attacked it. I don't know if it was a shot or a cross by Grealish, but he swings it from the left-hand side of the box towards the bottom right-hand corner. Oh, it's in a good area. I mean, someone's coming across the near post here. I think it's Diaz. He looked like he pulled his leg out. If he gets a foot on that, He might turn that in. Corner Manchester City, 20 minutes in the clock. Alvarez again, who's become a real quality player in this area. Free kicks and set pieces. Alvarez with another good corner. Driven in towards Bernardo Silva with a header. Away by United. Grealish. Back out to Walker. And Walker over to Alvarez. City could swing one in again here. Alvarez does swing one in. Head away by United. Chance for a counter. Eriksen's pass is cut out by Alvarez. And City back in possession. We're in a dangerous situation there. Alvarez giving the ball away. Here is Julian. Stones makes a run in behind here. And it's just a little bit heavy for John Stones. And Andre Onana leaves it. Unlucky. Nice run by Stones though in behind. He's not a centre-back anymore, is he, John Stones? Playing in the midfield. Clearly. Johnny Evans to take the goal kick and he plays it short to Onana. Plays it wide right to Lindelof. Foden pressing. Nowhere to go for Victor Lindelof. Lindelof still under pressure here. Slams it to the path of Eriksen who flicks it on towards Rashford. John Stones, the good header in there. Sofian Amrabat headed against him by his own player in Lindelof. Phil Foden. A kick by Amrabat and Phil Foden. And a free kick goes Manchester City's way. And once again, Sofian Amrabat makes another foul. Foden says to Amrabat, you kicked me. It's a kick by Amrabat on the back of Phil Foden's leg. Bruno Fernandes complains, as he does about every single decision and everything. So a free kick for Manchester City. And City got all the big boys in the box here. Foden and Alvarez over it. Bernardo Silva's far right. Could be an option for a short pass to Bernardo Silva, actually. Alvarez swings it in here. Ruben Diaz is in there. Dealt with by Dalot. Rodri's got his arms out here. He thinks it's a penalty. Rodri thinks there should be a penalty for Manchester City here. Diaz heads it on. Paul Tierney says play on. Bruno Fernandes. Rodri's going mad here at the officials that nothing is being looked at. Bruno Fernandes flicks it up and lumps it away. And back forward by Alvarez. Haaland jumped into by Maguire. Out wide to Lindelof. They've still not... I think there's a VAR inquiry apparently on the possible penalty for City. I bet they don't give it. City have not had a penalty against United since, I don't know, 1973 or something stupid. Lindelof pass intercepted by Vardy. It's a poor chest. Dalot misses it. Jack Grealish battling to get on the end of it here. Onana comes for it. Onana lumps it away. Michael Oliver's on VAR, so he won't be getting anything. Oh, and VAR now have stopped the game. Oh, VAR are checking it. Paul Tierney's going to the screen. There could be a penalty for Manchester City here. Paul Tierney says to Harry Maguire, go away. Rodri wants a penalty. Maguire's been told again to go away. A blatant penalty, says Jack Wilson in the comments. We'll see here. Rasmus Højlund has got his arms around the waist of Rodri and pulls him back. Mike Dean on Sky Sports commentary says, yeah, it's a clear penalty. Rodri's running towards heading that. And Rasmus Højlund has got the hands all over him, pulling him back. It's personally soft, says Gary Neville, the Manchester United fan. No surprises there. I think that's a penalty, isn't it? It's got to be. Rodri's running to head that. Rodri's got a free header ahead of Diaz. And Rasmus Højlund has got his arms all over him. Penalty to Manchester City. Well, we've not had a penalty in how long? But we've got one. But we've still got to score it. So penalty Manchester City. Penalty Manchester City. He should be pulling him back there, should he? I mean, United can't complain. They got a penalty for a supposed handball that didn't exist. But it depends. Can Haaland finish this one? Can Haaland finish? Come on, Erling. Come on, Erling. That's the first as MK. The first penalty since 19-something? 1973? I've got a feeling he's going to miss it. I've got a feeling he's going to miss it. Haaland against Haaland. I've got a feeling he's going to miss it. Come on, Haaland. They're singing something at Haaland there, the United fans, with the City fans, I don't know. So Haaland against Onana. From the spot. Come on, Erling. Pressure's on you, fella. You've got to score here. You've got to score. 31% of you guys will be right. Andre Onana has been booked for wasting time. He's drinking his drink. Now he's sarcastically clapping the referee after time wasting. It's Onana v Haaland. Erling Haaland steps up. Erling Haaland scores for Manchester City. And City take the lead in the derby. City are on their way to taking the lead. We've taken the lead. 31% of you are right, with Erling Haaland scoring first. 1-0 Manchester City. And it's Haaland from the spot. Haaland scores again. From the spot. Sends Onana the wrong way. Goes to the bottom. Left hand or right hand corner. His right hand corner. Sends it right into the bottom corner. What a finish. Right on top of the camera by Haaland, who scores at Old Trafford in front of the Manchester United fans, who once cheered when his father's career was ended by Roy Keane. They're not cheering that now. I mean, it's a clear penalty. Rasmus Højlund there gets his arm around Rodri and doesn't even bother to defend him, just pull him back. It's a stupid decision. It's soft, says Gary Neville. But if a United were given it, it wouldn't be soft, would it, Gary? We all know your game. I thought I was going to miss it too. Good penalty, though. It's been a bit delayed for me watching, so I'm trying to spoil it. No worries, Jack. Sorry about that. I'm watching on Sky Go. Sky Go is very slow behind sometimes. 1-0 City lead at Old Trafford. Lovely Blue says click flicks footy. Or clicks fee footy? I got that bit wrong. Spot on, says Mike Dean. Shut up, Gary Neville. Penalty given. City score. City take the lead from Erling Haaland. You never get penalties against United. What's going on? Here is Lindelof. Rashford. Amrabat. Back he goes towards Johnny Evans. United now need to find a way back against City. City took the lead against United last season, didn't they? And a refereeing decision did it the other way. Since when scoring first, City have won from 66 games when scoring first, Manchester City have won 59, drawn 6 and lost 1. And that one was against Manchester United, I'm sure, last season. Here is Harry Maguire. Heavy touch by Maguire, but he gets it back to Dalot. Good play from Maguire, actually. And back to goalkeeper Onana. He takes a heavy touch here, Onana. Sprints away from Alvarez. And gives it away to Kyle Walker. Poor from the Cameroonian. Walker against Amrabat. Away from Amrabat. Walker. Into Foden. City not rushing things. Phil Foden. Back to Rodri. Good play from Phil. And Rodri onto Vardiol. Joshko Vardiol in towards Bernardo Silva. Bernardo. Back to Vardiol. Vardiol goes back to goalkeeper Edison. Didn't want to take a risk there with the pass forward, Joshko Vardiol. Probably the right thing to do. Here is Ruben Dias for Manchester City. Short to Rodri. Rodri back to Diaz. It's interesting, isn't it, that out of everyone who drops into the back line when City are building up, it's not Stones dropping the back line, it's Rodri. So Stones in the midfield and Rodri's dropping deeper than him. Stones is a fully fledged midfielder now, it feels like. Rodri. Ruben Dias for Manchester City. Into Haaland, who takes it well. Haaland is under pressure from Maguire and Amrabat. Free kick Manchester City, they play advantage. And Harry Maguire plays a ball over top here, dealt with by Vardiol. Rodri back to Edison. And Fernandes on him. Edison long and away. A throw-in for City. Applause from Pep Guardiola, but got to be careful there. Got to be careful there. At full speed. I mean, Rodri's pulled out. Rodri's going to get on the end of that header. I think that's the point. Rodri's getting on the end of that header. He's running right on the end of that ball coming in from Alvarez. But Højlund puts his arm round him. It's stupid from Højlund. I don't know what he expects. Here's Victor Lindelof. Ball forward here from Dalot. Behind for a throw-in. Couple of arguments in the back line for United. Andrew Onana talking with maybe Harry Maguire. Onana was booked, confirmed, for time wasting before Haaland took the penalty. Doing his best to time waste, but don't think it worked much, did it? He's blatantly time wasting. Action areas in the last 10 minutes. 8% in City's half, 43 in the midfield, and 49% in Manchester United's area. Long by United. Away by Walker. Down by Phil Foden. Oh, Foden sets up Holland here. Terrible ball by Foden. Holland. Down is Edison. Saves it. Holland still crossing here. Fernandes at the near post. Slams it over the bar. That's really bad from Phil Foden. He can't be doing that. Great chance for Rasmus Holland. Set up by Phil Foden. An assist basically for Holland. Stones just gets a toe on it that pokes it away from Holland, and Edison gets something on it as well to knock it away from him. Just see it here. John Stones just gets a toe on the ball, flicks it away from Holland, and Edison comes out, smothers it with the feet. City get away with one there. Edison wide to Vardiol. Vardiol. Oh, good play from Vardiol. Here's Bernardo Silva, chased by Sofian Amrabat. Ball in forward towards Bernardo Silva, taken down by Jack Grealish. City get it back. Grealish. Bernardo. John Stones. Johnny Stones here. To Kyle Walker on the far right hand side. Phil Foden on the right wing now. Up against Lindelof. Foden. Nice feet. Foden. Off to Rodri and back out to Walker. Thought Foden was going to make something happen there. Foden. Foden still. Foden clips one into Jack Grealish, who takes it down well. Bernardo's in that space in behind again against Bruno Fernandes. Grealish, oh, lovely ball by Grealish, taken by Foden. Oh, and then he gives it away. Phil Foden has to be quicker, pressing Eriksen behind for a goal kick, but Phil Foden there. Grealish, little double nutmeg or something anyway to pass the ball through. Threads it through the eye of Neil to Phil Foden. Foden's going to then go back to Grealish using space. But he doesn't do. He just doesn't do that. And that's frustrating. Down by Stones towards Vardiol and back to Edison. City in control once again. 32.5 minutes played in the Manchester derby here at Old Trafford. Manchester City lead by 1-0. If you just join us, thanks to an Erling Haaland penalty after Rasmus Højlund pulled down Rodri in the box. Today's results: West Ham 0, Everton 1, Aston Villa 3, Luton 1, Brighton 1, Fulham 1, Liverpool 3, Forest, Nottingham Forest 0. There are your other results around the Premier League today, all confirmed now. They are the finished results. Rodri's telling Edison to bring the ball out. Edison. Lovely switch out to Vardiol. That's fantastic from Edison. City have got many men in space here on this left-hand side now. Bernardo Silva. In behind to Vardiol. Vardiol gets his head up here. He's Haaland in the box here. Vardiol could cross it. He does cross it. And he gets it all wrong here, Joshua Vardiol. That's a poor cross. He had to send that across the box and low towards the near post. Let Haaland run onto it. Instead, he hesitated for a moment. Wasn't exactly sure. By the time he crossed it, he scuffed it into the stands. Poor from Vardiol. Here is Onana. Long ball forward. John Stones headed it away from Manchester City as far as Amrabat. Heads it back forward. Stones down to Bernardo Silva. Back to Vardiol. I have to say, I think Amrabat has looked really poor. Really, really poor. Jack Grealish, great play by Jack Grealish. Absolutely fantastic play. Switches the play to Kyle Walker on the right-hand side. Walker into Phil Foden now. He's had a bit of a quiet game, Phil Foden. Walker, Rodri. Back he goes towards Diaz. Pressure from Højlund. Ruben Diaz. Rodri. Flicks it back into the centre circle where waiting is Croatian. Vardiol. Bernardo Silva in the left-hand side here. Stones. Back to Bernardo. There ahead of Fernandes. Back to Vardiol. Away from Højlund, under pressure. Does well there, Vardiol under pressure. And on to Diaz. Manchester United here. Trying to get a hold of something. Diaz wide to Walker. Not exactly sure what to do here, Manchester United. Walker. Diaz again. The United are trying to press and trying to win that high up. Foden hasn't started the game very well, not involved enough and got away with one there, says Jack Wilson. Yeah, he's made a few mistakes. I think Vardiol's been a little bit shaky as well on this left-hand side. But we can't expect perfection from every player, but it's worrying. Grealish into Bernardo. Tries to back heel it. Still gets it back, Bernardo Silva. Flicks it back out to Johnny Stones here. Vardiol. Back he goes towards Diaz. City have kept possession really well here. Vardiol into Haaland. Stones tries to flick it. Can't do. Defended well by Amrabat. Rodri back towards Foden. Alvarez in a bit of space here. Alvarez got options in the box here. Alvarez crosses one here. Harry Maguire makes a big mistake of it. Oh, in the end he gets it away. Just massive mistake by Maguire trying to head it away. Heads it into his own player. And he's got away with it there, Harry Maguire. He's missed it, Maguire, by mistake. Grealish is playing well. He seems a lot more direct in this game too. I think Doku is going to do the world of good for Grealish, because Grealish has seen Doku running at plays and thinks, you know, that's getting people off the seats. That's City fans are loving it. We've got to do it as well. Corner for Manchester City here. After a big mistake by Maguire at the back. He's lucky it didn't result in a goal. Swung in from Alvarez. Nodded away easily by Manchester United. Phil Foden there ahead of Eriksen. Foden heads it back out to Jack Grealish. Lets it run across his body, does Grealish. Little back heel back into Alvarez. Alvarez could swing it in, decides against it. Haaland the only man in the box here for City. Bernardo Silva. Diaz. Vardiol. Vardiol. Into Rodri. Good play by Rodri into Grealish. He's 1-on-1. Grealish snapped by Manchester United defender Johnny Evans, who completely takes out Jack Grealish here. No yellow card for Evans, but a free kick for City. Absolutely crunches Grealish here, Evans. Absolutely floors Grealish. Flicks it past Evans. He's 1-on-1 then. Johnny Evans absolutely rattles the shins of Jack Grealish there. He's lucky he's not got a yellow card, I think, the Northern Irishman. Smash these shins. United while refusing to step back at the moment. Alvarez could shoot here. Diaz and Foden are having a little bit of a talk with Julian Alvarez. Maybe you could shoot. I would, if this was me here from this situation. Alvarez is like sort of on the corner on the left-hand side of the box. I'd hammer this really low towards the far post. If Onana gets something on it, if there's a chance he pushes it back into the City players who score. That's what I would be thinking, but we'll have to see. Alvarez shoots towards the near post. It's saved by Onana and tipped over the bar. Good chance. Really good play from Alvarez. Crazy to me, Evans is still playing in the Premier League, says Jack Wilson, I know. And for Manchester United again. It's a good chance, that. Alvarez tries to whip it towards the near post. Good, great curl on it. Good save by Onana in the end. Corner again for City. The Giants in the box, ready to get on end of one of these crosses from Alvarez. Swung in. Headed away by United. Amrabat nods it away. Bernardo Silva takes it. Oh, it's Phil Foden who takes it down. Bernardo's in lots of space on that far side. I think Foden should have been a bit quicker to go to him there. Rodri in space as well. Foden's gone in towards the box. It's a really poor ball by Phil Foden. It's a really poor ball. I think Foden's been very poor today. In that situation there, he's got two options, I believe. He either goes into Rodri in the centre, who is there waiting. He's got Bernardo Silva to the right-hand side of him. He's got Jack Grealish and someone else in acres of space on the left-hand side, unmarked. And Foden decides to try and clip it into the Diaz, and it just doesn't work out, obviously. Long ball by Onana towards Rasmus Højlund. He's in offside position. So Manchester City free kick here. Stone just slows it down cleverly. Diaz. Walker. Ball behind towards Alvarez. He's running onto the end of this and he takes it ahead of Amrabat. Alvarez, a little push in the back from Amrabat, but Alvarez keeps it. Here's Julian. Chased by Amrabat. Alvarez still. Out left to Jack Grealish here. Great play from Alvarez. Grealish. Grealish shoots here. It's blocked by Amrabat. It's another corner to Manchester City. Good play from Jack. Getting at United. Trying to get a goal. Looking very dangerous, Grealish, today. I just hope that he puts up a goal and an assist to pay off for that. City have had 6 corners to Manchester United's 0. And the problem with City have, and we've had this season, is we've not killed games off when we've had chances. We've had the chances now, and it's only 1. And that came from the spot. We need to score our chances. We need to get a second. We need to get a third. A second, and you start to be more confident. A third, certainly. Alvarez crosses it in. Headed away by Maguire. It's a good cross, but no one's there again. Kyle Walker. Foden. It's a bad pass by Walker. Foden luckily gets on the end of it, but Phil Foden's looked incredibly shaky today. Switch of play by Walker to Grealish, who heads it down to Julian Alvarez. He's smashed into by Fernandes. The referee plays an advantage. And then a free kick goes Manchester City's way because there's no advantage. Jack Grealish is okay, I think. He's going to get back to his feet. He's smashed there by Bruno Fernandes. Off the ball. Fernandes, no even interest in the ball there. He's just gone flying into Grealish and then complained he's done nothing. It's clear as day. I don't even know how he can complain about it. He's a little rat, Fernandes. I can't stand him. Never have done. If you breathe on him, he'll go down like his leg's been broken. Vardiol. Lovely feet from Vardiol down this byline into Johnny Stones. Lovely feet from Vardiol. Rodri. Out wide right to Walker. United are struggling with City. City can't find that way through to get that goal or that finishing chance. Walker. Rodri. Pushes forward here, Rodri. Alvarez, back to Rodri. Everything goes through the Spaniard. Rodri into Foden. Walker on the overlap. Foden. City trying to work their way through, but they play so well, but just can't get that pass, that killer pass, really, the killer move. Little 1-2 with Foden. On towards Vardiol. Wide to Bernardo Silva. City with space again, nice left hand side. Bernardo into Grealish. Jack Grealish 1-on-1 with Diogo Dalot. Skips inside Dalot. Grealish into Foden. Back to Grealish here. Amrabat on him. Grealish taken down. Referee says no free kick. Amrabat just dives to the floor. And he says it's a foul. Foden says, come on then, Amrabat. Jack Grealish pushes him away. Amrabat there. Foden did nothing. Just fell on top of him. Foden walked away. Paul Tierney's bringing Phil Foden back here. He didn't even touch Amrabat. Amrabat just fell on top of the ball. Pretended he'd been touched by Phil Foden. Foden falls over on top of him. And here comes to Phil Foden. So they both get booked. So Amrabat gets booked as well. Foden booked, Amrabat booked. Amrabat booked for being a moron. He's got a very shiny head, Amrabat, hasn't he? That's for certain. We'll see it here. It's Amrabat doing it. I don't understand why this has happened here. Amrabat gets a free kick for nothing, just throws himself to the floor. He gets the free kick, okay? He dives in onto Foden's legs so Foden falls on top of him. And then Amrabat gets up and then wants to start a fight with Foden. What a moron. And he gets booked for it. What an idiot. I don't understand it at all. Poor pass by Lindelof, throwing for City. What a moron Amrabat is. I mean, Foden gets booked for engaging in it. But, wow, passes in the final third since the 31st minute. City 45, Manchester United none. And City win a corner here off the flick of Victor Lindelof. So 43 minutes on the clock here in the derby. City are only 1-0 up, and you think, well, at least you 1-0 up, but we should have scored more. I think if someone like Garnacho came on for United and Mason Mount, maybe they would cause a few more problems. City need another goal. Bruno Fernandes is now having a talk with the referee, Paul Tierney. Fernandes once again's moaning. Amrabat's complaining as well. Spend more time talking to the ref than playing football, these two, don't they? Fernandes' heat map's just following Paul Tierney. Why isn't he actually trying to score a goal? Crossing by Alvarez, driven in. Rodri at the far post, flicked away by United. Rashford away and City get a throw in. Bruno should be sent off. He's just constantly in the ref's face, which should be a booking every time, says Jack Wilson. It should be. The thing, I think there's something in that. Bruno Fernandes got given the captaincy for Manchester United, I think because it's accepted the captain goes and talks to the referee, isn't it? So they've given the captaincy so we can keep moaning at the ref and not get sent away all the time. Rodri, switch of play. Alvarez has taken down Fernandes, who's once again complaining. Phil Foden against Lindelof. Foden. In behind to Walker. Option here for City. Oh, they're pulled back by Walker's poor to Haaland. Oh, if he'd done a better pullback there, Walker, Haaland's got a chance. Walker apologises because if it's a better pullback there, Haaland's going to tap in. Maybe even Grealish at the far post. Good movement from Haaland. Oh, Grealish at the far post as well. He's annoyed at himself, Kyle Walker. Should have done better. Corner ball now. Again, another corner. City all these corners, but doing nothing with them. Drilled in by Alvarez. Away by Rashford. Headed away by Harry Maguire. Jack Grealish. Amrabat ends up on his face here. Grealish skips away from him and away from Rashford as well. Grealish. Into Alvarez. Julian. Flicks one over. Haaland on. Grealish. Cleared away by United. And here's Marcus Rashford, the counter here. Dealt with by Rodri. Rashford again. Wide to Fernandes. Rasmus Højlund makes a run to the middle. Bruno Fernandes with a switch of play towards Marcus Rashford. In a race with Joško Vardiol. Vardiol beats him to it. Big crunching challenge by the Croatian. Big challenge by Vardiol. Nice tackle there. Takes out Rashford. It's a shame he didn't leave his boot in. 4 added minutes before half-time. Lindelof. Scott McTominay. Here is Evans. Back he goes to Harry Maguire. Maguire going backwards here. Towards Rashford. A left-footed switch of play by Rashford. It's a chance for McTominay. McTominay! What a save by Ederson. What a save by Ederson. On the chest of Scott McTominay. Slams it. And what a save by Ederson. Left hand. Pushes an incredibly powerful shot over the bar. What a save by Eddie before half-time. Eriksen crosses one in. It's a massively over-it cross by Eriksen. Behind for a goal kick. But what a save from Ederson. Absolute hands of titanium. The fact that he had a strong enough wrist to push that over the bar. Slammed by McTominay down the middle. And what a save by Ederson. What a save. The power in that is down the middle. And he throws his arm at it. And pushed it over the bar. Brilliant save by Ederson. Absolutely brilliant save by Eddie. And he sends the long ball here. There's Ederson from the goal kick. Headed away by United. Fernandes. They're going to balls have come straight back at City. McTominay beats Rodri to it. Bruno Fernandes. Eriksen. Back to Fernandes. Under pressure. Back into Eriksen. United have woke up here. Eriksen. Good tackle by Rodri. And City away up to Haaland here. He's floored by Johnny Evans. Referee says play on. United have woken up before half-time. Marcus Rashford swings one in here. Away by Diaz. And it's in for a corner. Well, United have woken up just before half-time here. Causing problems for City. Big problems for City. United have been so poor and suddenly they've woke up. Fernandes swings one in. Headed by Harry Maguire. And it's wide by Harry Maguire. And behind for a goal kick by Slabhead. Poor header by Harry Maguire. Erik Ten Hag. He's not happy. Erik Ten Hag not happy at all. 48 minutes on the clock here. Still another minute left to play. Ederson sends it long again. Up to Haaland. Beaten to it by Maguire. Taken down by Bernardo Silva. Over towards Julian Alvarez, who leaves it for Phil Foden. Foden. Foul by Lindelof. Foden gets back to his feet. Doesn't let it stop him. Wide left to Jack Grealish. Can City get another goal before half-time here? Grealish. Vardiol. Rodri. Stones. Stones tackled. Falls to Grealish here. In behind to Bernardo Silva. Chance for City here. Bernardo across the box here. Haaland's in there! What a save by Onana! Has to score there, Haaland. Haaland's missed another City. You can't miss that, Haaland. Haaland misses a sitter. Haaland misses a sitter. Good save by Onana. What a miss by Haaland. That's the second sitter of the game he's missed so far. Cross him. Alvarez takes. Cleared away by United. Foden got it back out wide. No time. It's half-time. Manchester City 1. United 0 at half-time. Erling Haaland with 2 sitters missed, but he has scored from the penalty spot. How many sitters can Haaland continue to miss, by the way? Because he has to score that header. He has to bury that header. He has to bury it. And City are 2-0 up at half-time. And we're confident. Has to score that. I'm going to have a little break over half-time. City lead in the Manchester derby, but City should lead by many more. We'll see you guys after a short break. And here in career mode, City have won the lot. Rodri on the chance! Goal in the final by Rodri! Bellingham will not be coming to Manchester City. We are Premier League champions, City FC, our champions series based on the World Cup with music videos, football and more. Get your official City FC merchandise. Join us as we explore historic Europe and football.
Got enough of every melody, they all sound the same. Yeah, for my broken heart, no remedy, but maybe if you stay, we can get away with it. 'Cause you make me love my imperfections, answer all my questions, just to show me what's on the other side of inhibition. No apologies, my baby. How do you do? 'Cause I'm feeling so good. Ooh. How do you do? 'Cause I'm feeling so good. Ooh. Oh, my darkest memories, now let me fall back. But you'll be there, ready to rescue me if I go out of track. We can get away with it. 'Cause you make me love my imperfections, answer all my questions, just to show me what's on the other side of inhibition. No apologies, my baby. How do you do? 'Cause I'm feeling so good. so quick to hit ignore. Buku bitches in my bed. I got scales all on my floor. I got money on the line, plus I'm clocking it galore. I got bitches kissing bitches, all them bitches go explore. I'm feeling way up. I stay up. Put your bitch on my Snapchat while I make her. She want a chance with me, cause she know I'm a rapper. I give a but I never get feelings, cause shorty, I know what you after. Okay, they watching me, they watching me, they watching me. They watching me, they watching me, they watching me. They watching me, they watching me, they watching me. They watching me, they watching me, they watching me. Get hit in my section at 12, gon' find your ass way in New Orleans. Watch I look, I'm jugging. Dissect your hand if your hand in my putting. Put two in your man if your man keep a looking. Act like a poopy, your bitch get tookin'. I'm not the type to go with them niggas who fuck with them niggas who stay on some fish. Oh, young and trapping out the bando. From the ceiling fan to the damn floor. Trying to stack my money up, cause that's the only way we can go. Tell my mama that I'm okay. See the money coming through the doorway. Got a bad bitch with a lot of money, that's foreplay. Okay, they watching me, they watching me, they watching me. They watching me, they watching me, they watching me. They watching me, they watching me, they watching me. They watching me, they watching me, they watching me.
It's Haaland, and here in career mode, City have won the lot. Rodri on the chance! Goal in the final by Rodri! Jude Bellingham will not be coming to Manchester City. We are Premier League champions. City FC are champions. Series based on the World Cup with music videos, football and more. Get your official City FC merchandise. Join us as we explore historic Europe and football. Hello, welcome back to the We Are City channel for the second half of Manchester City versus Manchester United, the Manchester Derby, away at Old Trafford. City currently lead at half-time by 1-0, thanks to an Erling Haaland penalty. But Haaland should have had two more, really, two really good chances that he didn't manage to finish. City should be out of sight, really, but they've not finished their chances. And that's really helped Manchester United, hasn't it? With a chance of them really getting back into the second half. Rumours are from around Old Trafford that Mason Mount, who's been warming up on the pitch, will be coming on at half-time to try and make a difference for Erik ten Hag's side. Manchester City, I don't think any changes at half-time, really. We'll have to see how it happens. United had some good chances, really good chances, but City had some really good chances as well, and it just didn't work. It just didn't work. We couldn't get those finishing touches, couldn't get the ball in the back of the net for a second time. So City need to really do better in the second half in terms of finishing. Haaland, who should have put a tap in, and then the second time across the far post, and Haaland should have headed it in the back of the net. So two big misses from Haaland, where City should have taken a 2-0 lead, a 3-0 lead. That is going to be difficult for City in the second half, because I think United, they're not playing their way. United, they're not going to play, like City do and try and break us down. They're purely going to play long ball and hope that they can get in behind City that way. And Sky Sports are now confirming Mason Mount is warming up. It looks like Mason Mount will be coming on either early in the second half or in time for the second half. He's still got his bib on. It looks like Mason Mount is going to come on in time for the second half. Manchester United's new number 7, who's not really had a good start to his Man United career, has he at all, Mason Mount? at all. And let's hope he continues that way, to be honest with you. I don't want him playing well today. Not at all. So, second half of the derby. By the way, the penalty that City got here today is the first penalty City have got at Old Trafford since the start of the Premier League. The first penalty City have ever got since the start of the Premier League. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. That shows it. More than 31 years since Manchester City got a penalty against United at Old Trafford. So there you are. In the Premier League, it's just absolutely ridiculous. So coming off Manchester United is the number 4, Sofian Amrabat. So United going more offensive in the midfield. Amrabat is the City midfielder. The second time I think Amrabat's been dragged off at half time, which doesn't bode well for the Moroccan and his time at Manchester United. Amrabat off, Mason Mount on. So Eriksen and McTominay are going to sit with Mason Mount in front, I think. Try and match City up a bit more in the midfield. And the second half is underway at Old Trafford as City go back to goalkeeper Ederson. So how will City do in the second half? We'll have to see. McTominay is going to play a bit more defensively alongside Eriksen. More of a 2 now than a 1. Lindelof to McTominay. Back to Lindelof. He flicks into the path of Eriksen. Little flick over the top here. Walker beats Rashford to it and flicks it up. Away Eriksen. Rodri over and in behind here. Johnny Evans over the head. Slams it away. Mason Mount beats Rodri to it. Rodri stronger than him. Folded on. Evans there again. Little spin by Johnny Evans. Good footwork from the defender. And Evans has to clear it away. He does really well to flick it into the path of Rashford. Walker should have done better there. Switch of play by Eriksen. And United have broke through the City press. Diogo Dalot cuts inside here. Grealish tight with him. It's a passing towards Bruno Fernandes, who is clearly offside. Made a run, Fernandes, then went back. Mason Mount's certainly a very attacking player, isn't he? So he is come on to try and stay on Rodri. And try and, score some goals for United to do something. He's not been so good so far, has he, Mason Mount, in his time at United? But maybe this is the opening day for Mason Mount to show his quality. He is a decent player, Mount. I just don't think he's as good as people think he was. Haaland beaten to it by Maguire. Mount, Eriksen. Walker beats Mount to it. Mount just dives to the floor. Couldn't handle the physicality. It's a free kick towards Manchester United. Good afternoon, all. Chris is here, just in time for the second half. Well, you've missed a goal, Chris. You should have missed 3 goals, really. All for Erling Haaland, a hat-trick that didn't happen. United with a free kick from Eriksen here. And they take it quickly down the line towards Marcus Rashford, who's going to run at Julian Alvarez. The clocks have gone back. Thought it was kick-off, says Chris. Yeah, that's true. The clocks have gone back. So, everyone thought it was a half 3 kick-off. Rashford. Bruno Fernandes from range here. Big save from Ederson. Good shot. Ederson got behind it. It was awkward for Ederson to try and save it, but he got his hands behind it and then eventually got his body on top of it. I remember when Mount versus Foden was a debate, says Jack Wilson. Yeah, I don't think it is at all, is it? I mean, Mason Mount is not the same level as any of those players. Walker into John Stones here. Stones. Walker. City need to score another goal. Desperately. Too many times this season we've not capitalised in these situations. Rodri White to Bernardo Silva. Bernardo. Crossing towards Haaland here. Far post to Phil Foden, who sends it over the bar from 2 or 3 yards out. Poor finish from Phil Foden. Swung in by Bernardo Silva brilliantly. Foden's gone with the outside of his left foot. He's got to go with the inside of his left foot. And he's got to try and side foot this in. Tries anything to try and flick it in, Foden. From 2 or 3 yards out and sends it over the bar. City, another chance goes wasted. Onana brings the ball out here for Manchester United. Since winning at half-time, City have got 3 draws, 4 from 49 games, 46 wins, 0 defeats. Bruno Fernandes with the ball in behind towards Dalot. Vardiol back to Ederson. Comfortably done. Lindelof against Foden. Down to Walker, into Rodri. Rodri over top to Alvarez. Alvarez takes it with a nice touch on the right foot here. Alvarez. Switch of play to Jack Grealish. Away from Bruno Fernandes. He's got Bernardo Silva in support here. Grealish. Bernardo Silva on the overlap. Here's Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva flicks it. Haaland at the far post! Haaland scores to make it 2-0. He's not missing this time. It's 2-0 Manchester City. And it's Haaland again in the derby. Brilliant football from City, by the way. Absolutely spectacular football from Manchester City. Work it down the left-hand side. And he flicks it to the far post. And who's there but Haaland? Lovely play by Rodri, by the way, and Walker and Foden. Finds Alvarez, does Rodri spectacularly. Alvarez with an absolutely unbelievable switch out to Grealish. And Fernandes is on his own one-on-one with Grealish. Bernardo Silva overlaps in, takes one touch, clips it to the far post. And it's a thumping header by Haaland. Similar to the previous one that he missed in the first half. But Haaland this time doesn't miss. Onana can't get there. Bernardo Silva spectacular, by the way. What a lifted cross that is. Haaland rises like a salmon. Big thumping header. 2-0 Manchester City. Beautiful football. Beautiful football. And it's 2-0. 2-0 Manchester City. Celebration by Pep Guardiola. What a wonderful sweepy move, says Chris. That was spectacular. Bernardo Silva. You absolutely beautiful footballer. Unbelievable stuff. 2-0 Manchester City. Diaz slices one away. City got to keep the Reds now. Ride the storm for a little while. Like a salmon on a trampoline, says Chris. Quite right. Beautiful header by Haaland. Jack Wilson said it was funny you said Mount has come on to Mark Rodri because when I was watching Rodri easily got away from... Rodri skipped away from Mount like he wasn't there. Oh, but United got a chance here. Bruno Fernandes picks up in the centre circle. Wide to Marcus Rashford who skips round Walker. Rashford tackled by Rodri. Fernandes. United keep the move going. McTominay wide right towards Diogo Dalot. Chance to cross it. Grealish stands off. Blocked by Grealish. Down to Bernardo Silva. Bernardo taken down by Bruno Fernandes. Free kick Manchester City and Fernandes, in usual Bruno Fernandes fashion, has a bit of a word with the referee. I mean, they want handball for a block on the cross by Grealish, who blocked it with his leg. It then bounced up off the floor and then hit him in the arm. Well, it never even hit his arm, it hit his leg. Never even hit his arm. Even the United fans can't believe that was actually handball. It never even touched his arm. Ederson with a switcher player out to Kyle Walker. Can't keep it and it's overhit from Eddie. Throw into Manchester United. Lindelof. Back he goes to Maguire and Andre Onana. Playing like a centre-back here, coming out from goal. Trying to force the ball forward for United. It's a long switcher play to Højlund who knocks it down to Rashford. That's good play for United. Good feet from Rashford. Into the left back, Victor Lindelof. Fernandes tries a little back heel flick. He's being too fancy there. Højlund gives it away to Grealish. Back to Ederson. Eddie sends it long. One for Haaland to chase it up against Harry Maguire. Maguire heads it down to Dalot. He's done well there, Maguire. Chris says the audio's breaking up. I hope it isn't. I don't know why. I've had some problems with the stream today, actually, but thank you for letting me know. Let me know if it continues or it sort of fixes itself. I had a bit of a problem recording, actually, as well the other day. So, I don't know. I don't know why. Let us know if the audio still breaks up. Right, okay, so it's a problem on my end if Jack Wilson's also having the problem with the audio. I don't know why. I hope that it's fixed. Let us know if it's still doing the same. I don't know. I've had a bit of a problem with my software at the moment. Maybe because I've been away for 2 months and not used it. I don't know. Haaland with a header into Alvarez. It's still a bit too heavy. You can't get on the end of it. That's a shame. Pep Guardiola giving instructions to his team. The City fans are shouting USA as they support the Glazers. Manchester United's owners. Funny bunch. Foden here with a header. Lindelof loses it to Rodri. Back heels it into Bernardo Silva spectacularly. And now Joshko Vardiol's on the overlap. And here's Vardiol. Chased by Bruno Fernandes. A cross across the box. It's not the best cross by Vardiol there. He tried to get away from Bruno. Onana rolls it out towards McTominay. Who passes it straight back to Manchester City and Kyle Walker. And City look to come forward again. Walker. Foden. Walker. Here is Kyle Walker for Manchester City. Little back heeling towards Rodri. Stones. Out to Grealish. On the chest of Jack Grealish. Wide left to Bernardo Silva and back to Jack Grealish again. Grealish into Vardy or not across to Kyle Walker. Walker into Phil Foden. Alvarez is an option. Foden skips away from Lindelof. Rodri picks it up here in the box. Rodri. Alvarez. Nice play from City. Great movement. Everyone getting involved here. Walker goes back to base with Diaz. In the centre of that back three. Vardiol. Bernardo Silva. Jack Grealish. Bernardo Silva and Grealish have a really good understanding. Grealish tries to skip past Dallo. It's a good challenge by Dallo. He keeps it in as well. Tries to advance a United attack here. Footing by Grealish. Deflecting to Harry Maguire, who scuffs it into the path of Julian Alvarez here. And City have got an attack here. Alvarez. Alvarez! Blocked away. Keeps cutting out for 5 seconds. It's happening a lot, says Chris. I don't know why. But why? I don't know why. It's something I'm going to have to look at. Thanks for letting me know anyway. I don't know if it's YouTube or it's the stream or... I don't know. Haaland here in the box for City. Walker. Back he goes towards Ruben Diaz. Here's Stones. Edison. Switch of play off the chest of John Stones. Still finds it into Jack Grealish here. Grealish got space open up here. Grealish with a shot. Good save from Onana. Big save from Andre Onana. Grealish with a good chance. Phone against Rashford. It's gone out for a corner. The referee says no, it didn't. It's a throw-in. Good save by Onana. Grealish cuts inside. Bernardo Silva pulls him away. Grealish shoots, but can't finish it off, Grealish. It's a good save by Onana. It's a good height. If it's lower or higher, Grealish scores there, you'd say. Mount heads it straight towards Rodri. Poor pass by Rodri. Tries to flick it into Haaland. Here's United on the counter. Højlund and a big interception by Kyle Walker. Great play from Walker. Rodri. Bernardo. Back onto Edison. Rodri making 2 mistakes there in quick succession. Rodri and Diaz combine. Edison back on the ball here. United don't look dangerous at all at the moment. City have got full control for the moment. Edison out left to Vardiol. Vardiol. They're dribbling the whole pitch here, Vardiol. Sliding is Bruno Fernandes. Vardiol away from him. Ruben Diaz. Hopefully the audio is back now, Chris. Let us know if it's still crackling or if it's still cutting out. If so, maybe I need a new microphone. Here is Alvarez. Foden. Haaland. Haaland. Alvarez. Stones. Alvarez. Grealish. Grealish! Oh, right across the box. What a chance. Haaland's not happy. Harry Maguire's got hold of Haaland here by his waist. Maguire wouldn't even let go of Haaland here. Arms round his waist. Vardiol there ahead of Mount. Back he goes to Edison. Well done, Vardiol. Heavy touch by Edison. And he lumps it long and out for a throw-in. Lindelof. Maguire. Into Fernandes. Oh, Haaland taken down by Bruno Fernandes. It's a free kick, Manchester City. Bruno Fernandes complains. Anything he does isn't a foul and everything against him is a foul. Here's John Stones for Manchester City. Fernandes stood right next to Stones, so he can't take it. Fernandes won't step away. Fernandes continues to not step away. Bruno Fernandes is stood right next to Stones here. Bruno Fernandes gives it away. Here's Bruno. Vardiol goes in on him. Haaland wins it back for City here. Erling Haaland. Wide to Phil Foden. 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 Onto Rodri. He's trying to twist and turn there. Phil Foden couldn't get away from him. Foden. And back he goes to Kyle Walker. Vardiol. Grealish. Back he goes to Vardiol again. City keeping possession. Rodri. Stones. Alvarez here for Manchester City. Alvarez. Back to Walker. Alvarez. Walker again. City work it round the back and back they go to Diaz and Ederson. City try. Down the right hand side doesn't work. But all the joy has come down the left hand side for Manchester City today. Ederson into Rodri. Up to Haaland, who's chased by Maguire. Over to Alvarez. Ball in behind towards Phil Foden. Evans is there. Back they go to Onana. Flicks it away towards Evans. Left-footed clearance up and underneath it. And Rodri knocks it on towards Walker. Diaz down to Kyle. Oh, City make a mess of that one. Unlucky. Pep Guardiola giving some instructions here to Phil Foden. Telling him to get back and Alvarez to get back and help out his side. Pep's happy when City try and play it about. Maguire under pressure from Grealish. Couldn't get the end of it. Scott McTominay. Wide he goes towards Dalot. United look out of options at the moment, really. Maguire. Switch of play to Lindelof. Evans. Switch of play by Johnny Evans. And dealt with by Josh Vardiol. Well played, Vardiol. And passing to Bernardo Silva. Could go back to Vardiol, but Vardiol just pulls him away. And Bernardo into Alvarez here. Julian. Here is Kyle Walker. Foden. Alvarez. Rodri. Alvarez. City knock it around well around the back. Diaz. Here's Stones. Diaz. Rodri. Turns away from Mount. Pushed by Mount. Rodri still works into Walker. Brilliant from Rodri and Kyle Walker. Going to get going now. Brings the ball forward for City. Into Alvarez. Options for Alvarez. Alvarez on the left foot. Tries to whip one towards the top left-hand corner. And sends it up and over the bar, Julian. Prefer it on his right foot, I think, wouldn't he, the Argentinian? United looking to make changes. Maybe the Brazilian Anthony off the right side is an option. Anthony Martial also warming up. Lindelof. Is the mic still cutting out? Is the mic still cutting out for anyone? I'm going to have to test it later. I was supposed to do some recording. My recording messed up the other day and then... 2 months away and all your stuff stops working. Rashford with a poor header. Walker back to Ederson here. City on the cusp of being in danger there, but they play out. Diaz a left-footed flick forward towards Grealish. He knocks it on to Vardiol. Oh, and Vardiol gives it away. It's a poor pass from Josh Vardiol. United can counter now. Holland. Eriksson. McTominay. Eriksson. Here's Diogo Dalot. Back to Eriksson. Eriksson swings one in here. Headed away by John Stones. Falls to Victor Lindelof. Lindelof under pressure from Foden. Lindelof still has to go back towards Harry Maguire. On towards Eriksson. Can United try and get away back into it? They're trying, aren't they? Struggling to find a way through a compact City system. Eriksen in behind. Dalot. Skips past Grealish. Ball in behind here. Fernandes! Walker away. Walker with another header. And Phil Foden onto Alvarez here. And City could counter. Alvarez slowing things down. Foden. I've gone against his MK. Oh, I don't know. It's doing my head in. Why does it keep cutting out? I don't know. Everything says it's working fine. I don't know. I'll have a look later. Sorry that it's not working for everyone. Nothing I can do. Just mess around for a few hours. Foden. Stones. Alvarez makes a run. Stones probably should go to him, but he doesn't do. Goes centrally anyway to Bernardo Silva. United are opened up again. Bernardo Silva, the strike here. He should have gone in towards Haaland. But he's gone for a shot, and Anna makes a save. Eriksen. Evans. Into the channel to Rashford. Spins Walker. And it's a throw into Manchester City. A throw into United. Guardiola said it was handball. Linesman thinks not. Looked like Rashford caught that one. Mason Mount wide to Dalot. Cross in. Stones defends it well. I don't know what Vardiol's doing here, but he's backing himself into a corner a little bit. Edison sends it long. Haaland against Maguire. Maguire plays his arms around Erling Haaland, doesn't he? Maguire. Ball into Fernandes, who puts it straight out for a throw with a shocking pass. Manchester United's captain. Ten Hag looks very disappointed. Edison. Walker. Stones. Into Alvarez. Great play. Rodri. Give away by Rodri. Poor pass. Here's McTominay. Oh, what a win back by John Stones. Alvarez against Christian Eriksen. Eriksen wins it. Past Alvarez. Eriksen with a crossing off Vardiol. Corner United. It was a poor ball by Rodri. He's frustrated with himself. Should have done better. Corner ball. Cross in here. Near post header away from Rodri. Behind for another corner for Manchester United, who are pushing it as we approach the 70th minute. United to swing it in. I think it's Eriksen who's over it. Mount, Fernandes near the box. Crossing by Eriksen, away by Stones easily to Bruno Fernandes, who plays it back out towards Dalot. And on to Christian Eriksen. Back to Dalot. United refuse to swing the ball into the box here. Dalot. Back to Eriksen. Back to Fernandes, who does just lump one in. Lumped away by Ruben Diaz. Jack Grealish. In the back of him comes Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes unhappy and moaning as usual. Dalot throws it short to Fernandes. Harry Maguire. Lindelof. United go back to Maguire again. Here's Lindelof. Pressed by Bernardo Silva. Switch of play by United towards Dalot. Eriksen. Switch of play by Eriksen straight to Rashford. What a touch on the chest by Marcus Rashford! Oh, and he puts it wide. What a chance for Rashford. He puts it wide. Don't know what Kyle Walker's doing there. Sleep. Absolutely sleep there, Kyle Walker. So, yeah, Rashford should score there. Rashford should score there, honestly. And Rashford should have scored. Vardiel bursting forward for City again. Wide to Grealish. Back he goes towards Bernardo Silva. Diaz brings the ball forward for City. Into Alvarez. I'm hoping you guys can hear any of this. I don't know. Maybe you can't. I think the problem might be on YouTube's end, but it shouldn't be. But it might be. Rodri. Vardiel. Here is Bernardo Silva. Bernardo. Bernardo. Over to Walker. Diaz. Alvarez and Walker, and playing so well, Manchester City. Knocking it around so well. Rodri. Stones. Good pass out wide. Ball through to Grealish. City are unlocked. United again here. Grealish. Through to Haaland. Haaland! Haaland! Oh, save by Onana. Big save by Onana to stop the Haaland hat-trick. Brilliant from City. Grealish skips inside him. Maguire here. Oh, Haaland tries to lift it over Onana, and Onana just read it. So close. So close for the Haaland hat-trick. Onana went down late. I think Haaland should just slam that in the bottom corner. Corner ball. Shot by Alvarez to Grealish. Against Eriksen. Grealish past Eriksen. Grealish still. Grealish swings one in away by McTominay. Eriksen on as far as Grealish. Back to Alvarez. United fans shout handball, and the City fans mock, shouting handball to everything. Rodri. Haaland. Bernardo Silva. Back to Diaz. Bernardo back to Diaz. Into Stones. Wide to Bernardo. Bernardo Silva still. And back he goes to Walker. Walker back out to Bernardo again. Foden. Foden flicks one into Bernardo. Lindelof gets there. When he's made a touch here, Lindelof has made a mistake. It's Bernardo Silva. Onana's dropped it. Foden. Oh, and he's fell over. Oh, Foden can't get his feet. Why not? Onana dropped it there. United clear it back to City. Stones. Diaz. Really silly from United. I mean, what is Onana doing? Vardiel tries to switch it. Lindelof goes out for a throw-in. But Phil Foden there, all he's got to do is flick it back to Haaland. But he just can't get his feet. Lindelof makes a mistake. Onana can't catch it. What is Foden doing? Rasmus Højlund comes off for Alejandro Garnacho. And Sergio Reguilon comes on for Manchester United. I don't know who Reguilon comes on for. Victor Lindelof. So Reguilon for Lindelof, Højlund for Garnacho, off for Garnacho. Two big changes. I think Rashford's going to go at striker. No Premier League goals yet for Rasmus Højlund. Terrible touch by Foden. I don't think Foden's been very good at all today. At all. Well, Anthony thought he was coming back today. Well, he's not given a chance. Garnacho comes on instead. The £100 million man. Anthony still sits on the bench. Here is Vardiel for City down this left-hand side. Here is Jack Grealish. Grealish shoots! Blocked! Behind for a corner. Not happy, Grealish. He thinks he should have got a goal today. So much space for him here. Flicks it past Eriksen. Hits it. It just deflects off the boot of Eriksen and behind for a corner. "16 shots by Manchester City to Manchester United 6. 16-6. And it's only 2-0. City take it short. Alvarez lifts it in here. It's the far post to Rodri. Wins the header. United away, and underneath it is Scott McTominay. Alvarez against Fernandes. United win it. There could be a counter on here, but Ruben Diaz slides in brilliantly and puts it out for a throw-in on the far side. Good work from Ruben. Really hard work from Diaz. Here is Eriksen. Garnacho. Wide into Harry Maguire. Maguire. Eriksen. Dealt with by Vardiol here so easily. Poor pass by United. Foden. And behind to Haaland here. Oh, Maguire just deals with it. Evans takes it down. Maguire. Looking to play forward, but the options aren't quite there. He's got to go back here to Dalot. Back he goes to Onana. Out to Reguilon. Into Garnacho, and he's dealt with by Kyle Walker. The physicality too much. Fernandes presses Ruben Diaz, who goes back to goalkeeper Ederson. Fernandes doing a bit of running now. If that makes up for a shocking performance from the Portuguese midfielder. Grealish keeps this in for City. Off Mason out and a throw-in for Manchester City. Mason Mount, arms in the air and happy. Gareth Southgate watching this one. Eyes will be on Jack Grealish. Kyle Walker. John Stones. Vardiol throws it in towards Diaz. Well played. Diaz. Back to Vardiol. And back to Stones as well. And City start again. Slow things down. Rodri. Drive forward by Rodri into Alvarez here. Nice little turn away from Eriksen. Back into Stones and back to Diaz. City are just seeing this game out now. Diaz. Rodri. Walker. Rodri again. Here's Diaz. Back into Alvarez. Little 1-2 with Vardiol. Vardiol, nice touch forward here. Vardiol clips into Bernardo Silva. He tries to flick it onto Foden. Lucky. Alvarez. Foden. Foden. Back across the box here and Lucky. City looking for that third. Bernardo. Foden. Back into Bernardo. Bernardo Silva's probably man of the match today. Just done everything. Great play from City. Play out of a small pocket of space. No problem. Stones. Rodri. Rodri wide to Phil Foden here. Nice touch by Phil. His space for Stones. Foden. Bernardo Silva. Foden again. Walker. City just taking the time here. Slowing it down. United can't get anywhere near them. It's a poor touch by Walker. Into Bernardo Silva. United trying to press City. Bernardo into Diaz. Back to Vardiol. But Bernardo Silva, they just can't get anywhere near him, United, today. Can't get anywhere near him. Diaz, lovely flick into Alvarez here on the turn. Julian Alvarez turns and he goes wide to Phil Foden. Foden, we've got options here. Foden. Foden still. Rodri. On to Bernardo Silva. Wide to Grealish. Jack Grealish here. Grealish, United tight to him. Vardiol, Rodri. 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 Rodri hits one. Falls to Haaland. Haaland across the Foden. It's 3-0 City. 3-0 City. And it's Phil Foden. Putting a plate for him by Haaland. It's a tap-in. It's a tap-in. It's 3-0 City. United have been torn apart. What a performance this second half. And City just passed it around there for what, a good 10 minutes it felt like. United couldn't get anywhere near them. Beautiful football. Bernardo Silva and Rodri. Rodri dribbles forward. He shoots here from range. Onana parries it straight into the path of Haaland and selfishly puts it on a plate for Foden. Brilliant from Haaland and Rodri. Bernardo. Grealish. What a performance from Manchester City. 3-0. Haaland could have gone for a hat-trick, but he decided against it. He sets up Phil Foden, and I hope Foden knows that, because how many times has Phil Foden not set up Haaland and go for goal? Haaland unselfishly sets up Phil Foden for the goal. 3-0 Manchester City in a derby. City tear United apart again. 3-0 at Old Trafford. And you can start to see the empty seats at Old Trafford as the United fans get on the train home back to London. It's a long journey home for those sad United fans. Oh, well done Vardiel against Mount. Diaz clips it away. Over to Grealish, who's under pressure from Dalot. He's getting pushed and pulled about here. Bring Jeremy Doku on just to toy with them now. Phil Foden getting back and defending. Ball through to Edison. To Diaz, and City just slow it down. Vardiel, Rodri. Bernardo Silva. Stones, Rodri. Brilliant from City. Brilliant from City. Just pass it around here, there and everywhere. Walker. Ball wide to Grealish. City are going for more here. Jack Grealish. Grealish. Clips one up. Foden with the overhead kick here. And just wide by Phil Foden. Looking for the spectacular Phil Foden there. Cross deflected. And then Foden went for the scissor kick. It's just missed. Just missed. The Poznan is out with the Old Trafford once again. Poznan from the City fans. I don't think anyone's watching the stream anymore, because YouTube is just screwing me constantly. Why is it constantly buffering? My streaming service is working fine. It's YouTube doing me over. Oh, United picked it up here. Trouble for City. Eriksen. Wide to Garnacho. Walker can't stop it. Diaz gets it away at the near post. Taken down by Foden, who flicks away from Reguilon brilliantly. Foden. Flying challenge by United man and Phil Foden. So throwing to City, and he's given it the United way as the referee. At the moment, from what I'm seeing, there's no one in the stream because they just can't hear anything. I assume none of you can hear anything. I don't know. I'm wasting my time, maybe. Thanks, YouTube. Thank you. Garnacho, tackled by Rodri. City come the other way now. Rodri. Grealish. Against McTominay, who does tackle him. Grealish puts his body in. 12 shots in the second half, 6 on target. United 2, only 1 on target. Here's Eriksen. Crossing by Eriksen and right into the hands of Edison. Poor. Bruno Fernandes is down here holding his ankle. And he's hurt himself here, Bruno Fernandes. He's just tried to kick John Stones, Bruno Fernandes, and he's injured himself. Cheat. Just gone in there, Bruno Fernandes, to injure John Stones and hurt himself. It serves him right. YouTube is absolutely doing me over today. I don't think it's anything problem with my hardware. Apparently, the stream is completely gone. I don't know if you can hear me, but apparently the stream is completely gone. So maybe you guys can't see anything. That's down to YouTube. I assume you can't hear anything. You can't see anything. Yeah, I'm just streaming to myself here. Am I? Am I just streaming to myself here? Fernandez in. Ericsson on the volley, blocked by Walker. Bernardo Silva on. Vardy will chase it against Rashford. Away by Vardy. Alvarez can't get the end of that one. McTominay. Harry Maguire of all people on the edge of the box here. The stream is apparently healthy. The stream is healthy, yet nothing is going out to you guys. What a joke. The stream is healthy. YouTube's crap.